Alright, we'll start a new game. Just to show you what this is. There's something that comes with it. The challenge stages are just hidden areas that you can use to practice your Magno gimmick combinations. Don't get your hopes up, they're pretty hard. Just take it one step at a time. And then you put your fingerprint on it. Basically. It's just an excuse to, it's basically just an excuse to do 100 stages. It's good practice if you don't really understand the point about, you know, using your polarizing skills to pass areas. If you don't really understand that, then this is what you do. Alright, we're gonna load a file that has all the stages unlocked, only because I don't want to go so far as to unlock a couple stages and then go back, so we'll just do this anyway. We'll begin with kit stuff number 1. The first 20 are easy, the next 20 are a little bit difficult, the third 20 are fairly difficult, the fourth 20 are difficult, and the fifth 20 are crazy. If that was simple, yeah, it doesn't get too much simpler than that. That was pretty simple. Actually, you know what? I don't care. I don't care. Let's just start the new game anyway. I really don't care. To be honest, I just don't care, because it doesn't matter. We'll put the stamp on it. And we'll start with kit stuff number 1. We'll just do the stage over again. This you just need north for. Just 4 norths and you're done. Real nice and simple. You have a clock. If you fall in the stage while the clock is running, the clock will continue to run. It won't reset. It'll reset every time the timer runs out, though. Like right now, 37.5, and you still have the 37.5 remaining. Still north. And of course I fail already. Kit stuff number 2. It'd be funny if someone counted the failures that I would have in this challenge mode. Already 2 failures. And 2 stages. Yeah. Alright, kit stuff number 3. It's an upward path. It's all north. Use your north, your A button. It's all north. It'll get trickier later on, believe me. It will get very tricky. Because then you gotta start using swings and then combinations and then north and south, south, north. Right now you have south, north, south, north. Real nice and simple combination. That's number 4. Alright. Kit stuff number 5. Like number 3, except you have a south involved. Or 2 souths, rather. They try to mix it up, you know, to get you to get used to it. This is how you would start. Like, if you're new to this whole polarizing thing, you know, using yourself as a magnet, this is where you start. Using your north and south ability to polarize yourself north and south. That's really what you need to do. Obviously north and south will attract, and south and north will do the same thing. This is a repulsion. That's an attraction. Repulsion, attraction. Repulsion, repulsion, exit. The repulsion ability on those platforms allows you to jump upward, because you're being forced out at a high speed because of the repulsion. And you'll be able to go a little distance depending on how the platform is placed. Keep in mind the combinations. They do start to get tricky now, so Just keep that in mind when you're playing these. Kid stuff number 8. All south. Keep in mind the red thing here means you have to use a south. Yeah, you always have to remember that when you're playing this. It's a little bit tricky because you may think, oh, the red means north. No. If you do that, you'll be repelled and you'll be sent downward because you don't have time to recover. Because you'll hurt yourself that way. Wow, I went under the damn thing. Nice. See, I tricked you at the end. You think it's all south and then bam, north. They try to trick you like that. It gets even worse, actually. They try to trick you like that just to, you know, begin to tell you, oh, it's not as easy as you think. When you get to Impossible 20, you're gonna be like, what the hell is this? Believe me, you're gonna say that all day. Hit stuff number 10. We are 10% clear. There are 100 stages, 20 in each segment. There are only 20 kid stuff stages, so don't get your hopes up. And then there's 20 little tricky, which are exactly that, a little tricky. And then this hurts, don't even, and impossible. Impossible, nah. Almost impossible, yes, but not impossible. You see, it's tricky here because you gotta do south, north, north. And they give you a north at the end here, and then a south. That's all you need to do. And you got 100 stages just like this, except they're gonna be longer. You're gonna have more time for it, and keep in mind there will never be a checkpoint in this mode. There will never be a checkpoint. There's just a start and an exit, never a checkpoint. Simple. Relatively. Next stage. The song is the same song you play in the menu. It's the same exact. Oh crap! It's a little bit different now. Okay. Kid stuff 13. At least here, if you screw up, you'll have a chance of recovering yourself. Later, you won't have that chance. They'll make sure of that. This stuff is something you'll see in the jungle world, most likely. Similar stuff like this. It won't be too hard to begin with, but when you get to the future world, you'll see stages like Impossible. It'll be there. It'll be difficult to keep up. You gotta release as soon as you get on, and a bunch of other stuff. It gets really tricky. Alright, we'll finish up this segment and then we'll stop the video here. Let's finish up this segment. We'll get to number 20 and then we'll stop. That's the third stage you give me like that. Wow. Just an excuse to get past the stage. Wow. Kid stuff number 16. Another stage like this, jeez. Probably a bit harder. Yeah. Keep in mind the sequence. It's very simple. It's just, you know, you gotta make sure you know what's ahead of you and just press the buttons at the right time, basically. There's not much else to it. Kid stuff 17. Again, they introduce you to the swing. Again, blue means you gotta attract the north, and red means you gotta attract the south. And they're telling you about the law of inertia, and that you release before the top, you'll go a little bit of distance. You release at the top, you fall straight down. The first one was you fall straight down, and then the second one was you gotta go a little distance. Kid stuff 18. This is the repulsion attraction ability. This is how you get up there. That's it. Simple. Sometimes you'll need that. Sometimes you'll need that. At least once or twice you'll probably need it. Real simple. Hit stuff 19. Directional ability. You repel this way, you'll go backward. You repel this way, you go forward. That's how you do that. Real nice and simple though. They give you 20 easy stages, they really do. They just give you 20 easy stages. But the last 20 are super hard. Believe me when I say that, they're super hard. Kid stuff 20. Final kid stuff. Easy. On to the next segment. We'll stop here, we'll get you in Little Tricky after this.